So today I am going to start chemistry in everyday life. As we know, chemistry plays an important role in our life. We cannot imagine our life without chemistry. So this chapter is full of applications of chemistry in different parts of our life, or we can say our life is chemicals in motion. Without chemicals we cannot think of surviving. Even I am speaking, there are so many chemicals involved, and there are very organs etc. which is involved to speak, and you know that at the lowest level there are atoms and molecules which actually forms the protoplasm, and which is the physical and biological basis of life. So let's begin this chapter by discussing what are drugs and medicines. So drugs are chemicals of low molecular masses. Drugs are chemicals of low molecular masses. The molecular mass is in tune of 100 to 500 AMU. These drugs interact with macromolecular targets like carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, nucleic acid, and produce a biological response. When the biological response is therapeutic and useful, these chemicals are called medicines and are used in diagnosis. There is not a large difference between drugs and medicines, as these two terms are used interchangeably. But there is one minor difference, that is, drugs are generally addictive in nature and medicines are non-addictive in nature. A higher dosage of medicine or drugs can become a potential poison and kill an individual consuming it. If taken in doses higher than those recommended, most of the drugs used as medicines are potential poisons. Now let's discuss what is chemotherapy. So chemotherapy is the use of chemicals for therapeutic effect. So like we use chemicals for curing disease, it is called chemotherapy. If we use vaccination etc., then it is called immunotherapy. If we use radiation to kill cancerous cell, then we call it radiotherapy. Suppose we do some physical exercise after some sort of problem with our bones etc., then it is called physiotherapy. So here chemotherapy means use of chemicals for therapeutic effect. Now let's discuss the classification of drugs. So drugs are classified into the following four types. First is on the basis of pharmacological effects. So this is based on the pharmacological effect of the drug. So like analgesics. Analgesics have pain-killing effects. So drugs which can reduce or abolish pain are called analgesics. These analgesics are of broadly two types: narcotic analgesics and non-narcotic analgesics. Narcotic analgesic examples are morphine, codeine, heroin, whereas non-narcotic analgesic include aspirin, paracetamol, analgin, novalgine, etc. Next is antiseptic. Antiseptic kill or arrest the growth of microorganisms. Whenever we get cut, wound, etc., we apply antiseptic. There are lots of different antiseptic present, like sopramycin, furacin, Dettol, Savlon, tincture of iodine, iodoform, boric acid, butanol. Butanol is added in soap to impart antiseptic properties. KMNO4, even hydrogen peroxide in the form of perhydrol. These are some of the important antiseptic that are used. So on the basis of pharmacological effects, the drugs can be analgesics having pain-killing effect, antiseptic which kill or arrest the growth of microorganisms. Next is on the basis of drug action. So action of drug on a particular biochemical process. All antihistaminic drug inhibit the action of the compound histamine. As we know, histamine causes inflammation in the body, so they cause allergic reaction in our body. So if we take antihistaminic drug like brompheniramine, terfenadine, then the effect of histamine is blocked, or we can say neutralized. Next, on the basis of chemical structure. Drugs classified on this way share common structural feature and often have similar pharmacological activities. Like sulfonamides, they have a common structural features. If the drug have common structural feature, they can be used for curing similar type of diseases. Next classification is on the basis of molecular targets. The molecular targets are carbohydrate, proteins, lipids and nucleic acids. So these are called target molecules or drug targets. Drugs possessing some common structural feature may have the same mechanism of action on targets. Let's discuss drug target interaction. So we will discuss first enzymes as drug targets. So as we know, enzymes are biocatalysts. Enzymes are biocatalysts which perform the role of biological catalysts. They catalyze biochemical reaction by decreasing the activation energy. There are certain proteins which are crucial to communication system in the body. They are called receptors. Carrier proteins carry polar molecules across the cell membrane. Because the cell membrane is hydrophobic in nature, so it is very difficult to carry polar molecules across the cell membrane. So actually the polar molecules are carried with the help of carrier proteins called receptors. Next is drug enzyme interaction. So enzyme has a active site on which the substrate bind. If there is a competition between the drug and the substrate, if the drug shares same structural feature as the substrate, then the drug may compete with the active site of the enzyme and therefore the substrate cannot bind. This is called enzyme inhibition. This is called competitive inhibition. Next is enzymes have another active site, other site other than active site, that is called allosteric site. If a drug binds with the allosteric site of the enzyme, there is a conformational change in the active site and the enzyme cannot recognize the substrate. This is called allosteric inhibition. This is called allosteric inhibition. Now, cell membrane contains receptor proteins which are crucial for communication, which are crucial to body's communication process. So, in the body, message between two neurons and that between neurons to muscles is communicated through certain chemicals. These chemicals are known as chemical messengers and are received at the binding site of receptor proteins. To accommodate a messenger, shape of the receptor site changes. That brings about the transfer of message into the cell. Thus, chemical messenger give message to the cell without entering the cell. Now we are going to discuss antagonist. So these are drugs that bind to the receptor site and inhibit its natural function. So these are drugs that bind to the receptor site and inhibits its natural function. These are called antagonists. Now there are agonists also. These are the other types of drug that mimic the natural messenger by switching on the receptor. Agonists are useful when there is lack of natural chemical messenger. Let's discuss therapeutic action of different classes of drugs. So first in this category is antacids. As the name suggests, they act against acid. So when we are not eating something or when we eat some junk food or some sort of problem, then our body or the stomach produce more acid. So to neutralize the excess acidity, we use antacids like sodium bicarbonate, magnesium hydroxide, also called milk of magnesium.